Guys, welcome back to PQF Academy. As always, thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing the video. If you haven't liked or subscribed or shared, please do so. Like the video if you like it. If you don't like it, still, hey, give me a thumbs down. Tell me what you don't like about it in the comments so I can go ahead and try to fix it. Also, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. And also hit the notification button so when we come back up, every time I post a video, you'll be able to know. If you haven't signed up to the newsletter, please sign up to the newsletter. It will be in the description below. Also, when you do sign up to the newsletter, you will be receiving one of the Bag Maker Sewing journal that I had came up with. It's going to basically a first edition. Hopefully it gets a little bit better, but that is free. That is on me. That's going to help you through this sewing journey. It's also going to help you on if you tune in on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. and that's every other Wednesday. If you tune in there, where we are actually talking about the handbag business, and I'm walking you through the steps on how to turn what we're doing into a business, you're going to need one of them, because that's what we're going over. The first video, if you haven't seen the first video, it was actually you pricing your items, showing you how to calculate the items. So what's coming up next, you'll just have to see. And also remember, every Friday after the Wednesday video is where the newsletter will come out. You'll receive the newsletter basically where it will recap what we did on Wednesday and also let you know what we're going to do Monday and Thursday. You'll also have those measurements. So if you want to go ahead and do them ahead of time, you can. If you want to wait until Monday's video, you can do that also. But there's going to be tons of other things that we're going to be doing with that newsletter. There's going to be some other stuff inside that newsletter, but just give it some time. Just go ahead and sign up for the newsletter for me, all right? So let's go ahead and get into the bag that we're making. Now, so one thing, my wife, like I said, my wife wanted this bag that we're making, a Longchamp. Like I said, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. The bag that we're making. She doesn't want it anymore now. She said that she's seen one of her friends have it on and she didn't like the way it looked. So I'm not making a red canvas one. So I got a new fabric and I figured I'll make it out of that new fabric. And this bag is I'm going to sell this bag. So on Wednesday's journey, well, this is another thing. On Wednesday, I'm gonna show you. So we priced out. I showed you on Wednesday, last Wednesday, how to calculate your fabric and things of that nature. Then I'll show you how to price it and everything else. And that's what we're gonna do with this bag, because we're gonna sell this bag. So I'm gonna show you how to sell this bag that we're coming up with because of this print, and I love this print, right? So I went ahead and cut all my fabric out as usual. Cut it out and I interfaced it. Now, here is the print. I love this print. Oh man, this is almost similar to my blue first edition city tote bag, but it's in white instead of blue. So I love this color. So with this fabric, what I went ahead and did, I went ahead and fused a medium. Interface into it. And medium, I should say a medium, oh my gosh, a medium fleece interface, okay? Because I didn't want it to be too structured to where it's almost bulky a little bit, but I want it to have almost like the hang still, but I also want it to have some structure. This medium fleece would give it that, okay? So I went ahead and cut that out. I cut out my my lining, which I have put in my slot pocket. I also put in my zipper pocket already, so I already put those on. So there's only a few things that I'm actually going to be showing you guys what to do. I'm gonna do nylon strap. I'm gonna show you how to do those and put those on. So I'm gonna do these nylon straps. Yeah, I like the way they did it, because that's what it calls for, is nylon straps. So I'm gonna use the nylon straps. Now I am going to put the ending on the bag. It has the end part, like an end tab, but I am going to do the end tab, but I'm also going to do the end tab so it can become a crossbody bag at the same time. So I got, excuse me, so I have 2 D-rings, so it's going to become a crossbody bag also. So I'm going to do it my own way, kind of. I'm also going to put a zipper. So I'm going to show you how to cut this zipper, because this zipper is actually 18 inches instead of 16, which I really would like and need. Show you how to cut this zipper. You kind of got to be careful with this zipper because it is a metal zipper. Now, if it was a nylon zipper, it really wouldn't matter, okay? Now, one thing I do want to show you is that, hey, I'm going to show you what I did with the tabs. I am going to show you that part because I already did one of them. So I'm going to do the other one the same way, but I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I want to go ahead and start out with the strap. So the strap is a 19-inch strap, okay? It's a 19-inch strap. So I want to go ahead and, because what we're going to do that pinching method like we do here, like this. Like we did on, I forget which bag it was, but we did this already, this method right here. All right. So I want to go ahead and go 2 inches up. And what I'm going to do, I have a chalk pencil. Let me go ahead and draw that. And I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side, 2 inches. Alright. Then I would take and do the other one. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'll pinch this. I'll go ahead and clip it. I don't have any clips on me right now. I'll go ahead and clip this all the way here. And then what I'll do is I'm going to, like we did last time, I'm going to sew all the way up here till we get to the other part, and then I'm going to stop, okay? So go ahead and do that, and then come on back. Okay, so I have the straps done. Okay, so now I have the straps done. Let me move this out the way because I was going to do this next. But there, I want to show you something. There's 2 ways you can do these straps. You can just go ahead and fold this under right here. And then we're going to pin this on, put that on, pin it, and then we sew along here. Or if you want, you can hand stitch, bring this all the way up like there. So it makes that. And then what you'll do, you'll hand stitch this. Or if you have the double-sided tape, you can go ahead and put that on here and do that like that. So there's 2 different ways you can do this. Me personally, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way, all right? So I want to go ahead and get one of my exterior pieces. And I want to go ahead and go over 6 inches. Because that's what when I look at the picture, the straps are kind of like close in to where they're almost like high up kind of. So I want to go here. I want to go almost like a 6-inch, because like I said, they're kind of close in, right? So I'm going to go ahead and mark here, because I know it's 6 inches. And then I want to go 2 inches down from that spot. So basically right here is where I want to put my strap. Then I'll do the same thing on the other side. 6 inches. So now that I know this is here, so I'll kind of guesstimate, but I just know that I'm right here. So I'll just go 6 inches over. All right. So I'm just not that far off. Come here, 2 inches down, right about there. All right. So, like I said, I am going to go ahead and fold this over, putting that exactly right there. Then I'm going to take and pin it. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other. All right. And I'll meet you back. So go ahead and sew these on. Go ahead and sew it on, and then I'll meet you back here. Make sure you do the same thing to both, all right? All right, so I got the handles on. All right, I'm gonna set this off to the side. I'm gonna grab my zipper. Now, I have already marked it down to 16 already. So basically what I'll do is take my scissors and cut. Try to cut right in between there. All right, then I'll flip it, cut this part. Sorry if you can't see it. All right, so I cut here. Now I'm gonna take these right here and I'm just gonna go ahead and clip this off. Sorry if you can't see it. I know I'm out of frame. All right, so I have that together, have that there. Now I'm gonna go ahead. So I went ahead already and folded these back. We've done this once before, so go ahead and do that. I went ahead and folded these back. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our old thing. So remember, find the middle. So for this one, I'm gonna find the middle. Find the middle there. Then I'm also going to find the middle of the zipper. All right. Now, when I put this down, remember I'm putting it face down first. Going to have to move this out the way. Putting this face down first. So you see that? I want that about that much right here. I actually, now that I think about it, I shouldn't have done this part right here. I shouldn't have done this. I'm going to actually take this off and I'm going to actually keep this long because I actually want it to come out to here, because when we put these on, these are actually going to come up over here and cover this, so basically making this a stopper, and then this right here is also going to cover up here. So I'm going to actually take this off and then I'll be right back. All right, so now as you can see, it's a lot different now. So the middle, I have the middle. All right, so I'm gonna have, this is gonna come out to about right there because of how we're gonna put the tab on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Remember, we have to move this out of the way. All right, gotta move that out the way before we put this down. Make sure that you have both in the middle. Put this down, and then we'll take our lining and also put it right on top of it. Put it down also. Okay. Let me go ahead and line that up. And then we'll sew right across, and then we'll go ahead and do what we've normally done already. We've done this before. We've been here a bunch of times already, okay? We've already been here. So I want you guys to go do that, right? But before that, I do want to say something. So I want to do a different technique for turning the bag inside out, all right? So when I did my zipper pocket, I didn't close it, right? I didn't close this up. That's one thing I did forget to tell you guys in the beginning. So 1 second. So I have another piece that I already have lined up. And what I'm going to do, what you're going to do is go ahead and sew across here. You're going to sew here, sew all the way down here, but then you're just going to leave this part open, okay? You're going to leave this part open. Now, say for instance, if you already done it to where you've done it this way, that's 100%. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep burping. I apologize. I'm going to keep recording. I'm not going to edit. Sorry. But if you've already done it this way where you flipped it, hopefully you have it at a nice distance. All you got to do is just sew this up here, sew this right down here, and then just cut that part open, okay? I'm going to show you a different way. Like I said, we're going to be doing a different way of turning the bag inside out, okay? So I want you to go ahead and, if you haven't done the zipper pocket, or if you have done the zipper pocket and you close your zipper pocket up already, just cut the opening up right there. Just cut that opening, and then go ahead and take and put your bag together. We've already done this with the zipper part. We've done this already. We know how to do it. Basically, the next time we come back, the bag is going to be put together. All right. But when we go to sew it, we're going to sew everything up. All right. So we'll get, when we get there, we'll, when we cross that bridge, when we come back, well, I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as sewing everything up. But we've already been here. We've been down this road before. So just go ahead and do it already. Go ahead and do everything that I just told you to do. And then when I see you next time, we'll be basically getting ready to turn the bag inside out. All right. I have everything sewn up. Everything. There's nothing closed. What we normally do, typically, remember in the lining, we kind of have this closed in, and we have this open 6 inches. I have this open 6 inches. We don't have that. Now, I do want to say something. I think I may have been a little overzealous, but we're going to try it, because I haven't tried to do it this way. I've done it other ways, but I haven't tried to do it this way. So we're going to do it, and we're going to see if it works. If it doesn't, that's fine. All we got to do is just go ahead and open this up, and that's it. Now, what you want to do is make sure that the zipper, the inside zipper to the pocket's open, and also the zipper to the bag is open also, which this one isn't. I thought I did open it, but I think I might have closed it. So we're just going to go ahead and find it and open it. Now, I'm not going to open it all the way up, because I do have this clipped here, and this isn't a tape zipper, or what is those type of, like a forever zipper where you can actually put the pull on yourself and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and get this open. So we're gonna open this up as far as we can. So hey, I'm struggling, you're gonna struggle with me. All right, there it goes. It's starting to move. Bear with me, guys. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so we got it open. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach inside, and I'm gonna grab my lining, grab my exterior, and pull it straight through here. So we're birthing it the same way, but we're just doing it in a different way. We're doing it from the pocket. And it looks like it's working, actually. Like I said, I haven't done it from this side. I haven't done it this way with this pattern, I should say. I've done it plenty of times, but not with this pattern. Okay. I'm pulling it through. I'm keeping an eye on this zipper to make sure that it doesn't go all the way back. That this doesn't open up a little bit. Now this is a little bit stiffer because of my my lining, and that's fine. However long it takes me, you're gonna see how this is done. All right. Get that all inside of there, the lining and everything, back inside the mouth of that pocket. Everything's going in there. Hot dog. It looks like we're doing it. Hot dog. It looks like we did it. Looks like it worked from this angle. Like I said, I've never done it this way. Never done it this way whatsoever. Wow. Never done it this way. And I'm glad that it actually worked. And all we're going to do is just fluff this out like we'll normally typically do. You can actually stick your hand back into that pocket to get the exterior, the exterior fluffed out. Take your hand inside there and put the So now what that does, us doing it that way, the reason why we do it that way is so that now that when people go inside and look inside, you don't have that line where you can actually see, even though sometimes you really can't see it, but you don't have that there. You don't have it to where, you know, that you see that top stitch that's right there with when it comes down to the when it comes down to closing it up. So you don't have that, okay? Oh wow, so hey, we got it done. Now what we're gonna do, make sure you get all this out, right? And get all that out. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna open the zipper up a little bit. And now I'm gonna take and I'm gonna make a corner out of this. Now it may be a little hard. I gotta go back inside of here and push some of this stuff out. Alright, so go ahead and get all of this, make sure everything is basically out. Everything is like how we typically normally do it. Make sure everything is out. Okay. Like that, everything's out. Now if you have to, you know, if you have a poker or something, go ahead and use that. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you over to the ironing board for this part, and we're gonna iron this to look like this, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna basically open this, if you can see it, to make that almost make it into almost like if we're doing a box corner, but we're gonna do it here. And then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put my D-ring on here. Then I'm gonna take and just put that right there, just like that. And we're gonna be sewing. We'll be sewing over the metal, so over the zipper part. So you'll take and do that part really slow. Go over here, when you get here, you'll go real slow. Sometimes I like to hand crank it as I'm going over this. And then we'll just go ahead and close that up, and then we'll do the same thing on this side. Alright, and then we basically should be done. Alright, so like I said, I'm gonna take you over to this, and I'm gonna show you how to do this. It's basically really you just ironing this down, ironing this part down, then we'll iron this part down too. But I'm gonna show you just in case if you don't know how to do that. Alright, once again, as always, people don't mind my ironing board. So what you're going to do, you're just going to fold it in like not even a half an inch, a quarter of an inch. Iron this down. Actually, let's start with the sides. So you start with the sides. Iron it down. Then you start with the other side. Then you iron it down, and then you just fold. The other sides in, and that's it. All right. And that's really it. That's really the gist of how I'm making the tab to go onto the bag. All right. So go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. All right. So we're back over here at the table, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take. So typically this was probably closed, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna open and make this wide. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to push and go like that. I want it to fold over just like that. I'm going to do it to the point where it's basically symmetrical on each side. All right. Now I'm going to open this up a little bit. Take my tab with my D-ring on it. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can take this over to the sewing machine first and close this up, and then to enough to where it can have enough to go on here, and then take across and come across and sew it. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. But me, I like doing it this way because I can gauge everything as far as, okay, this is this way, this is that way. See, as you're seeing right now. Alright, so, okay. Now I'll take and put this, slide this on up here. Alright, I like the way it is. Underneath, it feels like underneath. One thing you want to make sure that underneath is they're basically, feel like they are like connecting, right? Because what I tend to do, some people like to take and sew right up top of there. Me, I like to just come in just a little bit and sew it, because at least I know that I'm gonna get it. So I come there and I'll sew it there, and then on my second pass, I'll take and sew another stitch right up against the line. So at least I can at least get one side if I don't get the other side when I top stitch it real close. All right. So then I'll take and I'll pin it, and then I'll do the exact same thing on the other side. I don't have to open this. Do the exact same thing. Push this up right there, and then I'll go ahead and put the tab on, and then I'll go and sew. I'm gonna try my best to show you guys how to sew it, because it's gonna be a little bit hard to get into it, to put it into the sewing machine a little bit. I think so, but I might be wrong. But I will try and show you how to sew it once I get everything situated and everything good. Okay. Hopefully you can see it and it's not too blurry. So I went ahead and stuck my needle in already, got everything. Now I'm gonna just do my regular stitches. Like I said, I'm gonna do my first layer first up here. Now, since I have a metal zipper, I'm just going to, when I got here, see right there, that hit the zipper. And if I was doing it regular, that would have broke my needle. And then finish the rest of the way. And back stitch. Now I'm gonna go ahead and uplift. Now, if you like, you can keep it here just like this if you want. It's okay. Completely up to you. You don't have to come across up here. You don't have to do here. If you like this look, if you like how it looks like this, and you're okay with that. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. And you're okay with this look, it's completely up to you. Me, I'm gonna make a second pass, and go right across those stitches right there. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna. Now, I'm probably not gonna come up this way and come up that way. But if you like, you can come straight up, and then watch out for your D-ring and come right across, and then do right there just to close it up if you like. Me, I'm just gonna give it another pass right across here. Okay. All right, just like that, the bag is done. It's not exactly the Longchamp bag. I don't even know if I'm even saying it right. It's not exactly that bag, because that bag does come with a flap underneath over, and also the bag is more of a droopy type bag. When I actually was able to actually see it, it looks like it's more of a droopy type bag. So if you wanted it to be more droopy, the interfacing that I use, you wouldn't use it. The lining that I use, you wouldn't use that either. My lining's more of a stiffer lining because it is a waterproof canvas. I just like to use that in almost majority of my bags that I have, unless it's like my crossbody bag, it doesn't get that. But I like it because, you know, it's easy to clean off if you do spill something in it. Like I said, I The woman that I sew for is the woman that's on the go, and sometimes she may spill something in her bag, whether it's her coffee, whether if it's her water, whether if it's the baby's bottle, or she may spill something in the bag, and I want it to be able to be easy enough to wipe out, right? But if you want it to be droopy, I would have used a SF101 interfacing, because that's the woven interfacing, and it gives it a little bit of body, but not too much body. And I also would have used a cotton fabric on the inside, but I wouldn't have interfaced that. Okay, I don't want it to be too bulky, too much of a structure, so I wouldn't have interfaced that. Okay, or you could have done it the opposite way, not interface the exterior, and then interface the lining, just so I can have that droopy look. But yeah, so this bag, it is if you wanted to put a shoulder strap on it, this bag will come with a shoulder strap. So this is going to be one of the bags on Wednesday that we're going to be talking about, because I am going to try to sell this bag, like I said. So I'm going to be taking you through the steps and showing you and everything. Just like last Wednesday, we talked about the price of how much the fabric costs. How much did it cost to make the bag? We didn't put your labor time and stuff in there yet. We just said how much it costs to make that bag without the labor. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put the labor time in it. We're also going to tell you about how to figure out what your profit margin wants to be, if you wanted to have a profit margin. We're also going to we're also going to talk about your target audience and your target market, because that does play a big part in your profit, okay, and your profit margin. So let's set this off to the side. So if you like today's video, please give me a thumbs up. If you dislike today's video, give me a thumbs down, and tell me in the comments what you didn't like about it. Also, if you really liked it, share it with a friend. But if you really like the videos that I make here on this channel, subscribe to the newsletter. That was going to be in the description below. Also, with the newsletter, like I said in the beginning, you will receive one of these. It is a bag maker sewing journal. This is what we're going to be tracking every single bag that we've made. Every single bag that you make, you're going to track it with this, and I'm showing you how to use it. Last Wednesday I showed you some things, and then next Wednesday is coming up. I'm going to show you some more things, okay? Oh yeah, I did change my shirt, so you don't think, hey, what happened? How did he get another shirt on? I spilled something on it. In the middle of recording, I went and took it, get something to eat real quick, spilled something, but whatever. But hey, as always, I want to say thank you for tuning in to PQF Academy.